Hello, good morning, everybody. So today we shall unit of your non-conventional energy system, energy sources syllabus after the introduction. So we have covered solar power. After that, let's take up the magneto hydrodynamic generation. So a very old concept in the sense that it was propounded by Michael Faraday, and it was almost, you can say, 2 centuries ago that he was able to predict the kind of magneto-hydrodynamic electricity generation can be done. And this was as early as in 1831. Although the scientists and engineers, they could come to a kind of realistic realization of this conversion process quite late. But the concept was initiated by Faraday, and he said that we must be able to have a kind of conversion process related to this, and later on he was proved right. The process used in MHD was initially described by Faraday. Faraday discovered the relationship between electricity and magnetism, and during these investigations he found that MHD electrical power generation is technically feasible. To generate electricity out of this. However, the actual utilization of this concept remained unthinkable till the advent of sophisticated space technology and durable temperature resistant metal. Yeah, that is a very crucial point in the development of MHD generation. But some kind of material that could withstand the temperature of the plasma or the hot gaseous state that was processed. So MHD is a magnetodynamic converter, in other words, that utilizes a kind of thermodynamic cycle, thermal energy and kinetic energy of the plasma. Now these MHD generators are different from the traditional electric generators. You, by this time, you must have some realization or something cropping up in your mind that it must be different from the conventional generation. So definitely these generators are different in the sense that they operate without moving parts. The first known attempt to develop an MHD generator was made at Westinghouse Research Lab around 1936. So it was a kind of breakthrough by Westinghouse Corporation. They had a lab in US, and this was initiated in the year 1936. After the Second World War, the interest in MHD generation has been worldwide, and many research projects funded by the commercial electrical power system organizations and different government departments in different countries have been undertaken, especially in Japan, US, former USSR, Australia, many other European countries, including China in Asia. So after the Second World War, some kind of interest was generated, and the race for power generation was happening in many areas. Like nuclear power generation was also considered as a very good, very viable kind of operation, especially after the Second World War. nobody at that time was willing to accept that nuclear power can be utilized for peaceful purposes. After they had seen the demolition of humanity in the Second World War, when nuclear bombs were exploded by US in cities of Japan. So nobody was very enthusiastic about the peaceful use of nuclear energy. Everybody thought that it is meant for destruction only. But later on, we could see that power generation from nuclear power plants is a proposition that is very useful for peacetime purposes also. So MSD power plants provide the potential to generate electric power in large scale with reduced environment impact. Yeah, as far as the pollution or the disposal of waste material is concerned, MSD is a clean energy conversion process. So there are different types of MSD generators designed based on the type of application and fuel. We will consider how this generation can be done. No problem. So MSD power plants provide the potential to generate in large scale with reduced environmental impact. There are different types of MSD generators which are designed, and these designs are based on type of application, the type of fuel, and the type of technology that we can incorporate to these generators have been possible. That the race for power generation was, or it became very different after the Second World War, because many nations this kind of development in the world history, and they need to have a very to develop different sources of energy in order to make their economies grow, in order to make the development in different sectors to grow, so their population could get benefit from all that they could muster. Now, the race for energy was a big issue, and the nations which were having an advantage in the technological prospects, so that they can use different technology in order to use different sources, an advantage over the others. So all sorts of technological developments after this great war, and or a very crucial has to play a very crucial role in the development of nations. The different sources of energy were explored. At that time, scientists were having very high hopes on MHD generators. That most of the population, they were not willing to accept the use of nuclear energy as a source of power generation, simply because of the devastation that it has caused. So this MHD generation was considered to be a possibility in near future. But Due to many technical problems, the one very important issue was that development of high temperature resistant material. That was a very crucial kind of development. Even when it was realized, the cost of generation was also not very comparable with fossil based or with other modes of power generation. So this MSD generation could not compete with other sources. But anyhow, people, or especially the scientists, and they never lost on MSD generations. Development process continued in many advanced and developing countries. So the study of MSD generator is a very interesting kind of development. In this, we will have discussion on all these things. Hydrodynamic principle for generating power from coal-fired or nuclear reactor. Now, the process is not very efficient. The efficiency goes down because we are going to waste a lot of energy on account of the heat that is escaping these generators or generating plants. So when they are combined with something else, like steam generation or combined cycle plant, the efficiency goes than 50%, 60%, and then the better utilization of such plants. So MSD generator plant does not require any turbine, any generator shaft, or any moving machinery. In an MSD generator, the thermal energy plasma, hot ionized gas, is directly converted to electrical energy without intermediate conversion to mechanical energy. And that is the fundamental difference between the MSD generation and others. Just as you have seen in case of like generation, that sun energy is able to give us the direct conversion from sunlight electrical energy. In the same way, with a different kind of, we are going to get the electricity out of the MSD generator. The field of MSD was initiated by Heinz Alfvén, for which he received the Nobel in Physics in 1970. So he was a man who pioneered MSD generation. Now, when an electric conductor moves across a magnetic field, an induced voltage generated, and this is the law of electromagnetic induction, all of you know. Whereas in MSD generation, the solids are replaced by a gaseous conductor. An ionized gas, if such a gas is passed at a high velocity through a powerful magnetic field, a current is generated and can be extracted by placing electrodes in suitable position in the stream. So an electric conductor moving through a magnetic field experiences a retarding force as well as an induced electric field and current. The same kind of thing that we can say in different. So this is basically the process that we are going to use the plasma state or hot ionized gas state in place of conductors, solid conductors. Now you can have a diagram in which you can see that we have got a cylindrical structure of some channel in which ionized gas or a conducting medium in the form of plasma at very high temperature is generated. We have placed electrodes in between this plasma, moving plasma at very high speed with very great value of kinetic energy. Magnetic poles are placed. So the motion of conductor is occurring without any solid conductors of copper and all that we have gone through. Of the machine, you are all aware about that. We have got the armature conductors, and there is a relative motion between the field and the armature, and this creates a kind of induced EMF in the armature conductors if the windings are in a right kind of setup or pattern, and we get the induced EMF. And if the load is connected, the load current starts flowing. Now, instead of the armature conductors, we have got the plasma. And the other things are taken care of with the electrodes, which are located at right kind of locations in order to give us the DC voltage output. So, in a nutshell, this is going to be kind of processes happening inside the. Now, the principle with the use of electromagnetic induction, the induced EMF will be given by velocity of the conductor as the cross product by magnetic field intensity. The induced value of the current will be this into where C is the electric conductivity E induced. This effect is a result of Faraday law of electromagnetic induction. Nothing much, all the same principles are being used here also. Now we can have the application of Hall effect. Actually, in case of MHD generation, different kind of techniques have been evolved in order to obtain these. So the simple kind of MHD generation can be established, but that does not give us a better efficiency. When we use the Hall effect and we replaced our Faraday generator, so this can give us a better kind of energy conversion process as compared to the traditional MHD generator. Now, how this is done, we shall see in the later slides. Hall effect you can observe through this when we have got all the three things in orthogonal position. Then we can employ the Hall effect to create a current that flows with the fluid, the plasma. Now this is actually in case of Faraday generator or the generation that was, you can say, the first generation of MHD generator, the Faraday generator. It is a simple generator which consists of wedge-shaped pipe, some non-conducting material. When an electrically conducting fluid flows through that tube, of course, in the presence of a significant strong perpendicular magnetic field, a voltage is obtained or induced that can be drawn off as electrical power by placing the electrodes on the sides as we had seen in the previous diagram, in this diagram. Now, there are certain issues, or you can say limitations, in the conventional Faraday generator. The density and type of the field which is used puts lot of limitations. The amount of power that can be extracted is proportional to the cross-sectional area of the tube, and the speed of the conducting. The conducting substance is also cooled and slowed by this process. Now, MHD generators as such reduce the temperature of the conducting substance from plasma temperature to over 1000 degrees centigrade because of design considerations. So the main practical problem of a Faraday generator is that voltages and currents in the fluid shot through the electrodes on the sides of the duct. The most powerful waste is from the Hall effect current, because we are not able to utilize that much of the that can be tapped. This makes the Faraday duct very inefficient. And most refinements of MHD generators have been tried to solve this problem. And to tackle the issues related to the Faraday generator, this kind of Hall generator has been proposed by the scientist. So a typical or the representative solution effect to create a current that flows within the fluid. This design is of short segmented electrodes. Instead of a single electrode, we have got segmented electrodes on the sides of the duct. The first and last duct power the load. Each other electrode is shorted to an electrode on the opposite side of the duct. These shorts of the Faraday current induce a powerful magnetic field fluid, but in a chord of a circle at right angle to the Faraday current. The losses are less than the Faraday generator and voltages are higher. And the voltages are higher. You can see from this slide that segmented electrode are separated by insulator segments so that there will be no current flowing in the direction. The electric field vector has a component both along channel and across the channel. So we can get higher values of voltages by employing this kind of arrangement and by utilizing the Hall effect. Continuous electrode configuration. These are the different type of electrode settings. In this case, the electric field is across the channel, but the current has components along the channel as well as across it. In this case, the Hall angle is minimized and the losses are reduced. So different kind of electrode arrangements have been proposed when we utilize the Hall effect principle. In case of Hall effect utilization, the design proposed and implemented had also some problems, because the speed of the material flow requires the electrodes to be offset to catch the Faraday currents. The currents which are flowing are at very high speeds. So as the load varies, the fluid varies. So the alignment of the Faraday current with its electrodes is somewhat disturbed, and in this process, the generator efficiency is compromised with the variation of load. Now, all these are the design factors, and many changes have been proposed in the design in order to improve the limitations. Some scientists have proposed the disk generator design, and this somewhat improves the problems which are associated with the Hall effect generator also. Shall not go much into the things. Some introductory kind of thing related to the MHD generation. MHD processes can be used not only for commercial electrical power generation, but also some other special applications which we can consider at a later stage. Now, the various MHD systems, basically, these are open cycle system and there is closed cycle system. The liquid metal system is a kind of different, but here we employ improvement that enhances the efficiency of the whole process. So MHD systems may be open or closed. In an open cycle system, the working fluid is used on a single grow, on a single move. The working fluid, after generating electrical energy, is discharged to the atmosphere. It cannot be recycled. So naturally, there are wastages of power. As in a closed cycle system, the working fluid is recycled to the heat source, and thus it can be used again and again. So it can be used repeatedly. The operation of MHD generators directly on combustion product is an open cycle system. And the working fluid is air, whereas in closed cycle system, helium or argon can be used as the working fluid. This is a kind of block diagram representation of the open cycle system. We are using the coal. It is raised. It is put in the combustion chamber. Compressed air is passed through it. It is released in the generator. Heating is done, in fact, to have the kind of ionization process faster and better, so that is replaced in place of solid conductors. We are going plasma state conductors, and for that some seeding is required so that it can ionize the gas in a better way. That exhaust gases are passed right after the MHD generation process is done, and this puts all of the flue gases, unless we can use the temperature, high temperature of these flue gases, these are going to be a waste. So the thermodynamic efficiency goes down at a considerable level by an open cycle system, and the waste of hot gas efficiency to be low. In case of open cycle systems, a nuclear reactor has been used with solid fuel elements, as you know, for providing the heat energy for an MHD process. And when the MHD generator is used together with the nuclear reactor, then the efficiency is very much improved. So you see the hot gases which are being generated with the combustion are seeded with small amounts of specific metals, especially alkaline metals like cesium or potassium, to increase the electrical conductivity of the plasma state. Now, once these hot gases are passed into the MHD channel, these expand through the channel like a rocket inside the generator, which are surrounded by powerful magnets. So we are talking about the open cycle system. And during this motion of the gas, the positive and negative ions which are present inside the plasma state move to the electrodes, corresponding electrodes, and constitute an electric current. Now the rejected gas pass through an air heater for preheating the inlet air, is recovered for use. Nitrogen and sulfur are removed for pollution control, are discharged to the atmosphere. Now this simple open cycle system is not very suitable for commercial use, because as I told you that the thermodynamic efficiency is not up to the mark. The exhaust gases of MHD are still at a sufficiently hot temperature and it is being discharged to the atmosphere. Use, and it is very much possible that these gases can be used for additional power generation in a steam turbine alternator unit. Now, if it can with any such, the efficiency of the process will be increased. And this is known as a hybrid or binary MHD steam generation. So if we combine the open cycle system with a kind of a conventional generating system, the efficiency of the overall generation can be increased and we can have the better utilization of the thermodynamic cycle. So it is termed as hybrid MHD steam plant open cycle system. Hybrid MHD steam plant open cycle system. So I would suggest that you can note down the hybrid MHD steam plant open cycle system, and that can be a very good improvement as far as the simple open cycle system is concerned. I don't think I have provided any diagram for that. We can definitely have a diagram. I would like to give you the kind of diagram for this hybrid MHD steam plant open cycle, because this is a very practical solution. Otherwise, waste of energy, which we cannot control up to a limit in case of simple open cycle MHD systems. So the combined cycle hybrid MHD steam plant has, in order to increase its efficiency and the waste of power. I will definitely provide the kind of diagram. The diagram is going to be somewhat more elaborate so that you can draw it if any problem or questions are asked regarding to this. Now, in case of closed cycle system, as we have already, but before that, what are the important features of the open cycle systems? We can say that a superheating arrangement to heat the gas around 2500 degrees centigrade is required so that the electrical conductivity of the gas is maintained at the right level so that we can obtain a meaningful DC output out of the system. At the same time, the combustion chambers that we are utilizing, it should have low heat losses. Otherwise, it is going to reduce further the thermodynamic efficiency, which is already low. We must have arrangement to add low ionization potential seed to the gas to increase its conductivity. A water cooling arrangement is required, but electrically insulating expanding ducts must be provided. The magnetic capability of the system should be up to 5 to 7 Tesla. So the magnets which are placed must be capable of producing very good magnetic field, and the flux density should be around 5 to 7 Tesla. And that is a very, very large value. Now the seed recovery apparatus is required for environmental and economic reason. Both, it should not be left released to the environment. As such, it should be recovered, and that is important. So I think that whatever we discussed, the historical development about the MHD generation and the consequent development and establishment of or different generations of these MHD power generation equipments like Faraday generator, Hall effect generator, disc type generator, which are the subsequent improvements related to obtain the efficiency or thermodynamic at high level. Types of cycles like open MHD, steam plant open cycle MHD systems, which is yet to be discussed. So I think I should stop at this level. Tomorrow I want to give you the kind of block diagram that will be very helpful in understanding how this hybrid MHD steam plant works and gives us better thermodynamic efficiency and power generation capability for the open cycle system, which are simple, which are, you can say, not very technologically advanced. They do not employ very advanced materials also. And these can be very easily used in a combined cycle. So tomorrow we can discuss about the closed cycle systems and what are the advantages or disadvantages and other issues, and why this MHD generation has not been so popular as it was originally thought to be. So in the initial days, say in the 60s or in the early 50s, all the scientists, physicists, they had very high hopes regarding the development of MHD generation, but somehow this has not taken at that level. Technological issues, and as I told you that you might not have heard about very big MHD generating plants. The capacity is not more than 50 or 100 megawatt. I think a 100 megawatt plant was established in Japan in the previous century, and in many other countries, much high capacity has been established. So we shall discuss all about these issues in the next class or in the next online